The Seneca Nation, the indigenous people of what is now central and western New York, holds lands to this day along Ohio, or the Allegheny River as it's more commonly known. The Ohio, which means beautiful river in Seneca, begins in Allegheny Township in Potter County near Coudersport, Pennsylvania. It travels 325 miles directly through the Allegheny territory of the Seneca Nation before it finally empties into the Ohio River in Pittsburgh. In August of 2017, a Pittsburgh-based company named EPIPHANY Allegheny LLC applied for a permit to the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection to construct a wastewater treatment facility near Coudersport, Pennsylvania. The treatment facility would supposedly clean toxic wastewater from horizontal hydraulic fracturing, also known as fracking. The resulting treated wastewater would be piped into a sewage plant which then discharges directly into the river. Fracking is a controversial technique used for the extraction of natural gas and petroleum. It involves pumping millions of gallons of water mixed with carcinogenic chemicals into deep underground geologic formations in order to break apart the layers where the gas and oil is held. When the water is brought back to the surface, it has picked up high concentrations of heavy metals and radioactive isotopes. The Marcellus Shale Formation stretches from West Virginia north to New York. Pennsylvania has seen a massive boom in gas drilling in the last decade due to increased speculation by the industry. This is our story.
The water quality management permit application that was submitted by EPIPHANY also has a chance for a public comment, and that's tonight. There's no draft water quality management permit. There's only a final one, because remember, we're looking at the treatment technology that we're using to assume that they're going to meet those effluent limits. One other point that I want to make, because it's an indirect discharge to the Coudersport Area Municipal Authority, they also have their own authority to decide how much, how little, any, none flow that they want from EPIPHANY. So there also is that local authority as well. And I think that's about the process in a nutshell as to how the department gets to where they get to, and as well as your chances for public comment.
Hi everybody, I'm Tom Joseph. Thanks for being here tonight. We appreciate all the community interest in our project. And so I knew nothing about produced water or what it was, but they educated me on it and taught me that every well in the world, every oil and gas producing well, also produces water. And that water tends to be salty because the same place in the earth where the oil and gas come from used to be the seafloor. So it's salty. So by about 2016, we had come up with, and we had done thousands of hours of field trials on well pads. We came up with what we call a forced recirculation crystallizer. We can clean it, and our goal in what we've designed our technology to do is take that water and make it every bit as clean as the source water that they started with, whether that's river water, well water, spring water, whatever. And in most cases, we actually make it cleaner than that.
We're here for one purpose, and that's to make our voice heard.
This municipal authority is planning to partner with EPIPHANY Allegheny to construct a fracking wastewater treatment plant. Fracking is a very volatile and dangerous industry that uses a whole lot of chemicals to inject into the ground, and when they bring that wastewater back up, that produced water they call it, it's picked up a lot of radiation. The Marcellus Shale, which is underneath New York, Pennsylvania, and parts of Ohio and West Virginia, is super high concentrations of radium. So when this stuff is coming back up, it is radioactive, and that's what we're here concerned about.
Pennsylvania okayed fracking, that's fine if you can keep the fracking material in Pennsylvania. We don't live in New York State. We live along the Ohio, the Allegheny territory. And the people that are here before you tonight are just here to tell you, we don't want to see this pollution occur.
I come from a family of hunters and fishermen. We have a Fish and Wildlife Department within our Seneca Nation that just created a new walleye fish hatchery. that is totally off the grid. We're here to protect our waters. My husband supplies fish to our elders and many community members. And as a mother and a grandmother and a fierce protector of our river and our lands, I ask you to really consider this project and to stop it. Yelling.
We're here to defend the Ohio.
It's where everything gets its life from. Supported the people for hundreds and hundreds of years.
I don't know, I love fishing. We always use the land. It's right in our backyard, so it's got to be taken care of.
It shouldn't even be a question at this point with the amount of renewable energies that are available to continue to pander to the fear and interests of the fossil oil industries.
It's time that we stand up and we protect what we have right now for the future generation.
The fact that the Seneca Nation is coming out supporting us in this is an honor.
I'm here to support the Seneca Nation. I'm a member, Wolf Clan. The damage that this potential fracking can do is forever. We got to stop it. I don't think there's a choice. We have to somehow stop this from happening.
Why should they be able to poison people and kill people and get away with it?
You know, I'm hopeful they'll make a right decision, but this is a textbook case of what happens in cases of sacrifice areas, where it's small towns like this that have this unilateral ability to make a decision, and they make a poor decision, and it affects a lot of people.
I think the turnout tells you that more people are against it, a lot more, than are for it.
I think we had a good first meeting. We got many, many more to go. I hope everybody keeps up the enthusiasm. I invite everybody else to join us. Nyaweh.
What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ohio, the beautiful water that runs through our territory, is facing a serious threat. This is the same Allegheny River that serves as a source of drinking water for millions of people between the southern tier of New York and the city of Pittsburgh. At the headwaters of the river, a group known as the EPIPHANY Allegheny is proposing to build a wastewater treatment plant that will allow for the transport and treatment and release of thousands of gallons of dangerous wastewater from fracking to be released into the river. One of the drivers for this project is certainly economics, but the environmental and health risk cannot be calculated.
So one of the things that I talked about today was the fact that, shale gas drilling has been going on in Pennsylvania in earnest since about 2004, really kicking off in 2010 through 2012. And we allowed initially the industry to bring their wastewater to our municipal wastewater treatment plants. And soon after, we discovered we had an issue with high levels of bromide and other contaminants in the Three Rivers, and it was affecting our drinking water facilities. And so since then, it has been illegal in the state of Pennsylvania. Once again, it's all about the location. It's the headwaters of the Allegheny. So it is a concern, and that we hope they won't be, if it's permitted and built, there won't be any disasters or discharges. But there's certain things about the design and whatnot that are of a concern, and especially with the ability of radiation to build up over time as more and more water is processed.
Hello, how are you going in?
Had no idea the aquifer was contaminated. JKLM didn't bother to come around and tell everybody at the houses don't drink the water. So we spent quite a few days drinking the water. A week or so later, we go to the neighbors. They go, "Oh, you're not supposed to be drinking the water." So now I've got a wife that's got nerve damage. Her doctor told her off record, go get an attorney. A month after that, they went up in her side. It looked like ground hamburger. She spent almost a year in bed. She can't hardly walk. That's why she's not here tonight. I bought her a walker for Christmas. Okay, I have 3 dogs that were perfectly healthy. I've got 3 dogs. All of them have thyroid problems. My German Shepherd, I took his eye out last week. Our water bubbles. I've talked to quite a few people, professors in colleges. I describe it to them. They say, yeah, DEP doesn't test the right way. So you guys, all I'm trying to get at, look at who you're dealing with and what they do. They're going to walk and turn their back on you. I bought a hot tub, a brand new hot tub, when I moved in. I filled it. You're supposed to leave the filter in the bottom of this hot tub. And I couldn't, the next day, I couldn't find it because it was so milky with their crap in it. So what you got to decide is how much and when do you want it to contaminate your water. It will happen, guaranteed. It will happen.
If the plan here in Coudersport were to be approved, if and when the New York Allegheny Ohio River is exposed to an environmental disaster, I would say be prepared for legal action to be taken by every city, town, and village across the 30-mile stretch of our Allegheny Ohio River. In closing, I would like to say I stand with the Seneca Nation and every other individual fighting to keep this vital resource, the Allegheny Ohio River, protected now and for future generations. Please don't experiment with our clean water source.
We have a long connection to the Ohio. This is the same river that our great-great-grandfathers hunted, fished, trapped, and used to travel. So CAMA asks that you be on the right side of history and vote to discontinue the permitting proposal and sever relations to EPIPHANY.
According to this letter from J. Killen's attorney, the facility neither takes in nor produces toxic waste. Is fracking wastewater toxic?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a legal definition of toxic.
Melissa, this is a public question.
Okay, I'm going to share more information.
Not a question.
So, a couple other people have used the word toxic to describe J. Kalem's waste, so I hope you don't send them defamation or false statement letters from your attorney. Yale University has also described it as toxic. Actually, this gentleman already brought the study up. According to Yale University, I'm quoting, this is the title of the study, it says, chemicals in fracking fluid and wastewater are toxic.
That's the name of the study.
Shows. That is the name of the study. So I expect you to send a letter to Yale University as well. I'm bringing this up because, as I said, these are the people that you're going to be dealing with. They're threatening to sue me for calling their waste toxic. The same word used by Yale University. I just want everybody to know that. You heard the Hartman story. I've been up there, I've seen their animals. I've sat with Lisa, she's very sick. What they're saying is true. You have a choice whether or not you want to believe them. I suggest you go visit them. Go sit down and visit them and go look at their water.
All right.
Are we able to have a list of chemicals that are in there?
Am I the last bit? No, actually you're not.
They don't have to. They don't have to expose it.
Or
no, I'm the last speaker, so I'll be up when I'm.
Okay, if you don't want to speak, that's fine.
He signed it last, so he is the last speaker, right?
Yeah. These people go how I say they go. It doesn't matter how they sign up. If I don't want Josh, and I'm not trying to hide anything, Josh has been the last speaker last month. Josh was the last speaker at the DEP meeting. Josh seems to have a last speaker
I've always been late. I mean, that's just a part of
Josh, it doesn't matter. I can pick these names in any order that I wanted to do. Okay? If you want to speak, now's your time.
My right to speak, that's your prerogative, but
I'm not withdrawing your right to speak. You can speak. You have time right now. Do you want to speak?
I will address my concerns after J. Kalem's attorney addresses hers.
All right, you're waiving your right to speak.
I am, however, J. Kalem's local counsel, for any of you who don't know. I'm Jess Songster. I'm also a 6th generation Potter County resident, actually a Coudersport resident, and I love it here more than anyone. keeping the economy strong here in Coudersport and looking for those safe revenue sources that do give us both the ability to keep our taxes and our sewer bills down, and also putting water back into the Allegheny River. Thank you.
Jessica, first. Jessica, you drink first.
Absolutely. I'll be there.
Oh, yeah.
No.
No crosswalk, please. This includes the public comment.
You're going to deny me my right to public comment. That's what
You did have a right. You were offered the
arbitrarily
option.
removed me from the list and put me forward so that I can have to speak after.
Josh,
before Jessica.
you were given the opportunity to speak.
Let him speak. Let him speak. Let him speak. Let him speak. Let him speak.
Everybody else went in order, he can too.
Let him speak.
Article 8 of the Pennsylvania Constitution lets him.
We are about 5 seconds from adjourning this meeting.
I want the objection.
We are now on break.
I saw you physically assault this man. Do you really want to start calling things?
I asked him to step over here.
No, you
I was very
grabbed him and
polite.
pulled him
No,
aside.
I didn't.
I just watched it happen.
Apparently you didn't see somebody earlier.
I didn't. Sucks when convenience doesn't go in your favor, but unfortunately I saw you.
Okay. What were you doing it?
Wow.
I don't want to have to deal with you, Al.
Well, I'd like to welcome everyone here to our special meeting dealing with the Epiphany project. Sorry we had to limit the seating, but the fire marshal says we can only have just so many people in here. I would like to open the floor to the board members for any comments concerning the project.
Mr. President,
Yes, sir.
I would like to entertain a motion to terminate all permits to Epiphany Corporation at this time.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none?
Question though with our legal, is that quoted correctly?
It includes all permits being the
Right,
two
yeah,
permits.
that's what I meant, yeah, all permits.
Paul, always perfect, like your motion.
Thank you.
Calling for the vote. Roll call.
Aye.
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 Aye. Motion passed.
Yeah.